Hello everyone. Today we will talk about class 9th biology lesson number 5 fundamental unit of life. Here children, what is the meaning of fundamental unit of life? If you want to learn any languages or Hindi or Gujarati or English or whatever the things, we should know the basic. Fundamental we should know that. Same like that, if you want to lead a life, we need certain fundamental units. So which one is called as a fundamental unit? That we are going to discuss on detailing. What is the fundamental unit of life means? Cell is a fundamental unit of life. Suppose in these days, in our mind, if I ask what is mean by cell means, you will think like that it is cell phone or it might be a battery cell. But it is not like in biological term, cell means cell is a building block of all living organism. What do you mean? Cell is a building blocks of all living organism. For example, when do you look at any building or anything? When you look at any building or any houses, each and every houses or building, what is made up of? Yes, it is made up of bricks. So each bricks are connected with the cement. They are construct the beautiful buildings or houses. Right? The same manner, in similar manner, all living organisms like human being, animals, plants, etc. all are made up of what? Cell. That is the reason we are saying cell is a fundamental unit of life. Clear? Now, first definition for that, the cell is a structural and functional unit of living organism. What is the meaning of cell is a structural and functional unit? Means already I told that it gives the structure of our body. For example, I gave building and houses, right? So it gives the structure. Then what about the function? We have our body different kind of organ system like digestive system, nervous system, muscular system or urinary system or excretory system or etc. Each system is made up of certain organs. Each organ is made up of what? Cell. The cell only the basic of the organ, the particular organ whatever the function is doing. Suppose for example our brain is doing thinking or control and coordination of the entire body. Heart is pumping the blood, stomach is digest the food. So each and every organ it is made up of cell. So that is the reason we are telling cell is the functional unit of living organism. Clear? Once again I say cell is a structural and functional unit of living organism. Next we are going to discuss on who discovered the cell at first. Here the cell was discovered by Robert Hooke in year 1665. Who discovered children? Robert Hooke discovered in 1665. This is happened by accidentally. Actually what happened, somewhere around 1661 in England one king was ruled. His name was Charles II. He was very much interested to see the insect, small insect. So he ordered one scientist, his name was Christopher Wren. He told him to make one microscope. They don't have that much scientific technologies. Right? So the king told to the scientist to prepare one microscope. That time the Christopher was too much busy. He told his assistant, that is Robert Hooke, to prepare one microscope. Actually the Robert Hooke was accepted because he was the senior. So he accepted, he put all the effort to his implement. At the same time finally he prepared self-disciplined microscope. That is called what? We are telling nowadays it is a compound microscope. So he prepared that microscope. In that image also you can see that, right? So he prepared the microscope. It is that two lenses, one is objective lens, another one is eye lens. With the help of two lenses he prepared a compound microscope. Then he showed to that king. King was very much happy. He noticed all the insects, small insects and everything. But the Robert Hooke was not stopped his function. He whatever the material it is available, he kept down and he noticed many things. Then finally what he did, one day he cut the cork of the bottle. Cork means the cap of the bottle. It is made up of rubber. So he took the bottle cap and cut the thin slice. He put it inside the lens. He observed that. He saw a small compartment like structure. He saw This type of small box-like structure he noticed under the microscope. So, in Latin language, in this small box we can call as a cell. So, it gives a honeycomb-like structure. He gave the name also cell, because that the moment what happened, he gave, this is covered by, yes, empty space is covered by a wall. So, it is gives a room like appearance or compartment like appearance. So, in Latin language the small room is called a cell. So, that's why Robert Hooke coined the name also. He is the first man discovered cell. At the same time he gave the name also cell. So, one important question children, who discovered cell? Robert Hooke in year 1665. Who coined the cell? The same person, Robert Hooke only. Right. Next, after that what happened? He is not that much aware about, because he is not belongs to biological department. So, he left as it is the work. After he coined the cell, no. Quite long, scientists took quite long time. After what? 1833. Actually, he discovered 1665. Much time break, right? So, the first man, that is the next person, it is what? Robert Brown. He discovered the nucleus. What is nucleus mean? Suppose even as any cell, plant or animal or bacterial cell, the cell inside, the major portion it is present, the main portion is present, that portion is called a nucleus. That nucleus was discovered by Robert Brown in year 1833. Right. Next, now cell theory evolved so and steadily. The Schleiden and Swan, these two scientists in year 1839, they introduced the cell theory. What is cell theory? We will discuss now. Then Virgo in 1855, he also told that one cell is arises from the pre-existing cell. Suppose old cell is there, means from the old cell only new cells are arising. This concept are given. Right. Next we are going to discuss on cell theory. What is cell theory? I already told. Cell theory was proposed by two scientists. One is Schleiden, another one is Swan in year 1839. Right. So, the cell theory is compressed of 3 points children. The cell theory is made up of 3 points. The first point is all living organism is made up of cell. All living organisms are made up of cells. That is the first point. Next one is cells are structural and functional unit of living organism. Structural and functional unit of living organism. Structural and functional unit of third point is the cells arises from pre-existing cell. These are the three concepts. This is called cell theory. What is cell theory? Who proposed cell theory means you have to write children. 3 scientists were proposed. The first 2 were Schleiden and Swan in year 1839. They proposed these two points. Then the third one is proposed by Virgo in year 1855. There are the 3 points are compressed. One is cell theory, based on the cell theory. One is all living organisms are made up of cells. Second one is cells are structural and functional unit of living organism. Third one is cells arises from the pre-existing cell. First point, all living organisms are made up of cell. As we all know that I already told, cell is a basic. Any living organism, even a rat or bacteria or elephant or human being or plant, that all the living organism body is made up of cell, but the arrangement of cells may be different. All the house, all the buildings are not same, right? So the arrangement of bricks are different. Same like that, the body arrangement may be different, but all are made up of cell. Even a small organism or big organism, all the organism body is made up of cell. That is the first point. All living organisms are made up of cell. Second point, cells are structural and functional unit of living organism. Cells are structural as well as functional unit. Why we are telling structural and functional unit mean it gives the body shape, at the same time all kinds of function carried by the help of cell only. The third point is cells are arises from the pre-existing cell. So one cell is divided, it forms a many cells. So one cell, new cell is formed from the pre-existing cell. Right. Next we are going to discuss types of cells. Now we are going to discuss on classification of cells based on number. Now already we discussed what is cell theory, who discovered cell, who proposed cell theory, everything. Now we are going to discuss on classification of cell based on the number. Based on the number, the cells are classified into two types. One is unicell, another one is multicell. So unicell means the entire body of an organism is made up of only one cell. So the one cell only do all the function like digestion, excretion, respiration, reproduction, all kind of function can be done by single cell. Those organisms are called unicellular organism. Unicellular organism. Right. Example, amoeba, paramecium, this is paramecium, chlamydomonas, euglena and bacteria, these all are certain example of unicellular animals, unicellular organisms. Amoeba, paramecium, chlamydomonas, euglena, bacteria, these all are example. Next, multicellular. Multicellular means more than one cell. If an organism body it is made up of more than one cell, those organisms are called multicellular organism, that is come under the category of multicell. Right. Here plants, animals, human being, we all are come under the category of this multicellular. In this multicellular, it is divided into two, few celled and multicelled. Few celled means body is made up of few thousand or few hundreds of cells, few hundreds or few thousands of cells only, not millions and billions of cells. For example, plant, animal, human being, all the body it is made up of millions and billions of cells. But the organism, certain organisms are multicellular, they are having more than one cell, but they do not contain more cells like million and billion. They have minimum amount of few hundred or few thousands of cells. So that is example, few thousand, those who are having, that is called as Spirogyra. Spirogyra is nothing but is an algae. This is the example of this few celled one. Clear? Then remaining all human being, plants, animals, all body it is made up of multicellular, multi-cells, many cells. Right. Now another one important point for that multicellular animals, why this single cellular, one single cell is doing all the function, why multicellular having this much cells means, for example, amoeba, paramecium, bacteria, all body it is made up of one cell. With the process of diffusion, they can do all the purpose. But the human body, plant, animal, single cell can't do all the functions. So the division of labors are more. That is the reason different cells. Suppose stomach means stomach is made up of certain cell. Kidney is made up of nephron or neuron present in the brain, and muscles are contain muscle cell, bones are contain bone cell, blood contain blood cells. So each and every cells are doing different function. The division of labor it is different in multicellular animals. So that division is not there in unicellular. Right. That is the major differences. Why multicellular animals are having different cell? Why the labors of work is important in multicellular means all the cells are different. They are not doing single because our body is made up of millions and trillions of cells. So the division of labor is compulsory. Here only one cell is doing all kind of functions. Clear children? I hope you all are understood. Please subscribe our channel Nirja Education. Press the bell icon. Thank you. Have a nice day.